Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. And this quote perfectly fits with the New York Yankees and their left field issue that is they will have entering the 2023. So before I go off, because this is infuriating to me, especially after all the news that was coming out, your starting left fielder appears to be Aaron Hicks. I know, right? I know that happiness that you felt when I said that name is so exciting. But I'm not pulling your leg. Aaron Hicks appears to be the plan at this point in time for left field. Now, among the ton of issues I have with this, Aaron Hicks could barely show his face around the tri-state area based on how he played last year. He was benched. The Yankees looked like they were done with him at a certain point last year. Now they want to make him the starting left fielder? Now, there are a few reasons why I'm not surprised. Personally, I'm not surprised. Am I upset and am I bothered by it? Yes, but let me just say it out. I'm not upset because the Yankees didn't get their way. I'm not upset about that at all. What I'm upset about is that they said themselves that they knew left field was a problem. They said themselves they knew they needed a contact-based lefty in that lineup and in left field. And they didn't do it. Now, you don't pull the wool over our eyes as fans and say that, oh, Hicks is a contact-based player. He's got a high contact rate based on balls in play and OPS plus and this, that, and the other thing. No. He's a career 231 hitter. He struck out 701 times in over 2,800 at-bats. The guy's a strikeout machine. It looks like he's swinging a golf club at certain points. The ball comes on Monday. He swings on Wednesday. He swings a wet newspaper. This guy is not the answer. This guy needs to change the scenery just as much as we don't want him here. But there you go, Cashman trying to justify the contract he gave him that he's here until 2025 with an option for 26, which the Yankees won't pick up. So there's one reason. The second reason is that the trade market is way too hot and the asking prices are astronomical and the Yankees don't want to meet that. As go Brian Reynolds, a $12.5 million a year player. But I know that's a touchy subject. Go watch the other video. So there's nobody on the trade market. There's not been a lot of trades, other real major trades, other than the Murphy trade with the Braves and the A's, the Soto trade that happened yesterday or the day before, and the Verishow trade, the D-back and J trade. That's it. There wasn't a lot of major trades this year because the asking prices are astronomically high. So I think the Yankees didn't want to meet that. Reason number 3, I think that this is why they're going this way, is the luxury tax. They're right up against that 293, so they don't want to take on more money. And it also goes to show you that Hicks and Donaldson are truly untradeable at this point in time. So they couldn't unload their contracts to make another move. Now, that if that's the case, then you can't trade anything. You can't trade for anybody, or you can't bring on anybody other than the bargain bin guys that you're bringing in on minor league deals, like a Calhoun, the McKinneys, and the Ortegas. And I really think that the Yankees are looking at those 3 as a potential platoon option with Hicks, Cabrera, and whoever wins that platoon job. Now, the thing about Cabrera Cabrera, I've been saying this all along. I didn't want him as a starting left fielder, not because I didn't think he could do it, but because he could play. He's more valuable to you because of the other positions he can play. He could be a Ben Zobrist super utility guy, right? Plays both corners out on the outfield. He plays all over the infield, except for pitcher and catcher. So you're killing his value by just putting him in left field and sticking him there. So it makes sense why they're choosing Hicks. Now, the other thing with Hicks is his injury. Where is he in his rehab? Will he be ready for opening day or even spring training? So that's the other question. We haven't heard much about that. So when you kind of put all these things together, it makes sense. And it's not, the writing was on the wall. Just based on who they brought in on minor league deals, the writing was on the wall. So, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised here. And this has been the Yankees' MO lately, right? And that's where the insanity piece comes in. You know, they have shown no results, right? And, you know, we're hoping that they're moving away from it when it comes to the two scouts that are coming in, right? So when you have those two traditional scouts coming in, hopefully they can help find a left fielder at a good price and will contribute. Now, overall, if you look at this team overall, are they better now than they were at the end of October? And the answer is yes and no. On the pitching side of it, they are better. On the offensive side of it, they're not better. They're the same. So you kind of have this seesaw type of feeling where you brought in a pitcher in for your rotation that has pretty much has given you the best 1-2 punch in the major leagues and in the American League, and maybe one of the best starting rotations in baseball and the best starting rotation in the American League. So is this Yankee team not going to be the team to beat you 8-6 or 9-8 or 8-7? Are they going to be the team that beat you 2-1, 3-1, 4-1? You know, pitching and defense leading the way, with the offense as support, right? The team that is going to pitch you to death. That could be the case. Now, when you look at things with the offense as a whole, as a team last year, they hit 240. I think it was 241 to be exact. In the playoffs, they hit 173 with 103 strikeouts. I'll give you the exact number for 2022 in the regular season. They hit 241 and they struck out almost 1,400 times. That's a lot. In about 5,400 at bats, they struck out 1,400 times. I'm not doing the percentages. If you guys want to put that in the comment section, do that. But it's a lot. So this offense is not better, and the Yankees haven't done it. Now, Cashman is known to make deals during spring training. He did that with the IKF deal last year when he traded Gary and Gio to Minnesota. The players already reported. So it doesn't mean that they can't bring somebody in when spring training starts. And what this also shows me is that they're leaning on their kids to develop and come and replace and be contributors. And it also goes to show me that, you know, the analytical assholes won again. I think that's the first time I cursed on this channel. I'm leaving it. But the analytical department, the nerds with the Yale degree, were able to talk Cashman into keeping Hicks because he analytically fits. I don't even know if he analytically fits. I'm just guessing. So, you know, that's it. You know, I'm so over it. I'm so over I'm trying to be the smartest person in the room charade and not just trying to get ball players in here that can help the team win. And, you know, I also think the Yankees need a new manager. I don't think Boone's going to take us to the promised land. He could throw his gum and yell at umpires and have good hot mic moments all he wants. He doesn't show up in the playoffs either with the decisions he's made in the past few playoff runs. So, you know, it's like banging your head against a wall, right? Because you feel like you've seen this story before and you've seen this show before, so you know what's going to happen. They're going to win 95 plus games in the regular season, and then they're going to fall flat in the playoffs. And that's about it. That's the best I can tell you. And that's what it's looking like. And who knows, you know, you got the trade deadline coming up. Maybe they'll make a move there. Maybe they'll make a move before the deadline. Maybe they'll make a move in spring training. Maybe this is not the finished product. And when we get to August, the team might look different. Maybe there's a move that is made. Maybe Reynolds falls flat on his face and his asking price comes completely down. Maybe when he's not happy in Pittsburgh, he doesn't perform and needs a change in scenery. That helps the Yankees too. brings the price down, even though, like I said, $12.5 million player, you don't get 6 of your top 10 prospects. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say in the comment section below. Okay? So, with that being said, what do you guys think? Are you happy with them staying pat? Does it make sense? Did you see it coming? Or tell me what you really think about Brian Cashman. Tell me what you think about Yankee management in general. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. And before I leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're pushing 1,000. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow.